Fort Clatsop has yielded its share of provocative results also. The flattened musket ball Karsmisky found here looked like any other piece of lead buried in the ground for a long time. But tests have provided an intriguing connection to the past. All lead is made up of 3 isotopes. The combination of the isotopes differs from mine to mine, so lead has an isotopic signature. By reading this signature, scientists can determine precisely where that lead was mined. The isotopic signature for the musket ball from Fort Clatsop is so distinct it can be traced to southeastern Missouri. Historical records show that the quartermaster regularly bought lead from this mining region. The records also showed that the quartermaster supplied 450 pounds of lead to the Lewis and Clark expedition. Coincidence? Perhaps. But Lewis and Clark's men spent more than 3 months at Fort Clatsop, and this raised the probability that this musket ball may have belonged to them. The beads found at Fort Clatsop tell a similar story. Lewis and Clark brought as much as half a ton of gifts and trading goods on their journey. Of these items, fabric, metal tools, and beads were the most popular with the Native Americans. Karsmisky found this blue glass bead during his excavation. The method for manufacturing beads has evolved over the centuries, and the process used to make this bead was common before 1817. Karsmisky also found a cast brass bead at the same depth as the other artifacts. The method of manufacture can supply critical clues about when it was made. Brass is an amalgam of copper and zinc. Beads made 200 years ago have a much higher proportion of copper to zinc than modern beads. An X-ray fluorescence test places this bead in the same time frame as the glass bead and the musket ball. Near the location of the beads, Karsmisky also found a pit feature, which he suspected could have been the remains of a privy pit for the expedition members. Linda Scott Cummings' initial examination of the soil revealed evidence of cereal grains, such as wheat and cherry pits, in the dark, organically rich soil of the pit feature. Further testing revealed significantly higher levels of mercury in the soil, evidence perhaps that the men took Dr. Rush's pills. The consensus of Karsmisky's team is that the feature is definitely man-made.
You have both on the floor of the excavation and the wall of the excavation changes in color. You can see the light color and the dark color and the clear.
Slowly, Karsmisky built his case. Proof required exhaustive effort.